It's 9:20 on a Saturday night. I had quite a social day, but now it's time to do the deep work. I have looked at the charts a little bit. We're going to look at ETH and Bitcoin, where we are now. I'm going to think about risk management a little bit. I'm going to meditate on pain a little bit, and we're going to look at past price action. I'm going to try to do all this in the next hour. I'm going to go through the bottoms that I back tested, or especially the 2020 bottom, and then tag all the trades and see which ones had the highest win percentage and risk return. Now, um, I am on a long on ETH right now. Where is it? I made a trading error where I was supposed to enter at 1:16:23, and I accidentally entered at 16:33. So that sucks. I didn't get stopped out, but I advanced my stop loss. It's fucked to where it probably should have been. Um, so let's look at these. These are possible ideas. On a higher time frame, HLI block is showing like just there's always heat above to take us higher. 23.4. Um, on the 7 day, like let's get off BitMEX. ETH is showing possible signs of weakness, and I think that from looking at past price history, some kind of nuke might make sense. It doesn't have to happen, but I mean, especially as we get towards 26, like we've taken a lot of the liquidity from the last 3 months, and then yeah, I mean, there's more heat below us in the last 3 months at this point. If we go the higher time frame, it's pointing to up. Like we took the hottest spot on the chart. I would have loved to participate. I missed it, but I think yeah, it makes sense to be a little bit cautious on the longs and to consider some shorts and yeah, where we might go from here. But I mean, I do consider that we will go much higher this year. And this is the start of a rally, but a rally that has pullbacks and will liquidate you or stop you out if you don't take profits along the way. So the goal is to take many trades and compound them. Um, yeah, if we look 2 year, Bybit shows a lot of heat above, but Bybit is not as important as Binance. Rally to 26, and then who knows? I'm not sure that there's enough fuel. I don't really know who's been holding shorts here. Like people jumping in short makes sense, but yeah. Now, if I'm looking at the ETH chart right now, the Bitcoin chart looks a lot stronger. ETH, I am looking for to take this high and take all this and go up to 22. And then my ambitious target for the year would be 36. Maybe we just never pull back, but at some point we're gonna pull back. To me, there's signs of weakness where we took this high and then we struggled under it and then we took it and then we pulled back and then we are struggling under this wick, so we're technically back in this range. So to me, like I'm interested in looking for ETH shorts locally. This is a swing failure on the weekly, and it is currently a swing failure on the daily too. So I don't really want to close, I kind of do want to close my long, honestly, but I'm just gonna sit with this pain and discomfort and leave it. Now, so there's two shorts that are interesting to me. The first is okay, first of all is where would a short target take us to? Just under these lows here, back into 1485. Maybe we would go lower, but that would be my target. I wouldn't target new lows. It's something that could happen, but I think is, why is it doing this? I think it's quite unlikely, but it's possible. Yeah, we kind of missed this whole move. It is what it is. We move on. Now, where we are now, okay, so let's look at these two shorts, which I probably will put on actually. Probably on ETH, not Bitcoin. So the first one's daily exhaustion, like which I could run on from either of these. So what it is when we have a candle that takes old liquidity and recent liquidity, that's a time when people use that as a target for their longs and as an area to short, as a profit taking area. It's often a low risk and low volatility area to get into. And especially when there's room underneath the next target being up here, we have some room to operate under. So I would do something like enter at the edge of this gap here, maybe use a 2% stop, target under these lows, about a 6-to-1. So that would be the first one. The second one would be trying an inside ladder short, where we would say there's a chance that this high right here is going to be respected, especially because we had such an aggressive sell come in, and that we could, and I probably will take both of these. I'm going to try to just take every available trade that I think has some amount of edge and just do it at smaller size, and to my best of the ability, just let the trade run. I fucked up this one because my stop loss should be under here. That said, this trend line, we bounced here, and a breakdown short could become interesting too if we consolidate on this line. That's something I would pay attention to. So the inside short would look something like this. And I'm probably going to take both of these, and I'm going to look for longs too. This one's at 1692. To turn off my phone. No distractions right now. And we would go down here. Would be my target. Both of these about a 6R, although we could probably tighten up this ETH inside gap short as something like tighten it up a little bit, just a little bit, which would get it to a 7. And then this, if both of these were stops, this would at least would pay for both of them if we just go straight up. So I'm okay with that. So I think I will probably try both of these. I'm not interested on shorts on Bitcoin. Why? Mainly because we did take this one. We're just too close to this one at 25. We're under liquidity. I don't think it makes sense to do it. But yeah, I'm interested in retracement longs on Bitcoin. Breakdown shorts will become a thing at some point, possibly. So it's something I'm paying attention to. Breakout longs also. I would say if we go inside of this day, then I'm interested in a breakout long. And then that might look something like here to here. It's not really the best trade, but You know, I'll take what I can get here. Something like this. I'm looking for a sharp candle down like this, and then long on the inside retracement, but I think it's okay. It would be okay to do a poke the gap long. I think a lot of people want it. Something deep, a deeper retracement. I'm looking at the 5-minute and see this gap. Aiming for 25. I think pullbacks are still going to be bought up aggressively here. And then my stop can be something like that, where we would need to start breaking some trend lines. So let's try this. Now, there was a long here that I considered, but didn't take, which would have been a pullback into this gap here. I might have taken it, but I was at work and I missed it. It would have been something like this. Oops. What is this even doing here? Targeting 25. And we would have, it would have worked. That said, I would prefer to have this low go. I don't know that it will, but like to do an inside ladder, it's supposed to be a liquidity sweep. This is not a liquidity sweep. This is just a low of the day, right? So there was somewhat of an inside ladder on ETH where wouldn't have worked. This sweep, it would tomorrow if we just chop around here and close like this, then long on the inside of here would become a possibility. But yeah. Long's lower on ETH. Maybe this area right here, which is a daily fair value gap. It's a 1 hour fair value gap. Something like in this gap. I just feel like if we come all the way down here, sweeping this becomes a lot more likely. And I'd rather just wait to see some kind of aggressive expansion. I mean, ETH definitely rejected. So I'm gonna throw on the ETH. I'm gonna throw on both ETH shorts and I'm gonna throw on the Bitcoin short, and I'm just gonna keep risking 0.5%. I'm taking so many trades that have some amount of edge. The only thing that stopped me, honestly, the only thing that stopped me from having an extremely historically profitable month is closing trades before they hit my stop loss. And I feel like I've experienced so much pain over that I think that is going to become a thing of the past. So yeah, I will let them hit my stops. Okay. So I guess we can start with Bitcoin. I have a long. What is this long? At 2278. Oh, why is it not in my chart? 22,078. Okay. I do have it on here already. 2278. And my stop is at 21,746. Okay, so I already have that trade. Now, Patience, these rallies, if it continues up, it was extremely fast. It can take months. There can be weeks pullback, weeks consolidation ranging, a lot of opportunities. Anything that gives me some amount of edge, I'm gonna take. So yeah, I'm gonna try on ETH. Um, and I will tell you, as bullish as Bitcoin is, there's nothing special about the altcoin market cap. We hit a lower low and we haven't made a higher high. I mean, we broke above this consolidation here, but we're a long way from the altcoin market to look bullish. I know that there's a good chance it happens because people rotate capital and we'll just Bitcoin goes first, then ETH goes, then altcoins go. So maybe shorting ETH is wrong because people will rotate into it, but I'm just looking at what the setups are available and it kind of makes sense to me. Yeah, maybe ETH is supposed to bounce here. Maybe it's not. I mean, it is in a downtrend. And yeah, it broke here. But yeah, I'm just gonna try. And I guess I like that I'm in a long right now. Yeah, practice not stopping out. I think part of what went wrong was that I used too much, like I wasn't, and why I started closing trades early, I was too much size. Like I went from 1,000 to 2,000 to $5,000 per trade pretty quickly. It was just too much. Okay, let's throw in the ETH shorts, where I'm supposed to risk 1,100 still. So let's go to ETH. Many trades with small risk will be much easier to hold to when I'm supposed to. Okay, my ETH is 35x leverage. Yeah. I need some wins to build my margin back up. Yeah, but I mean, I'm doing all the right things again in terms of putting in the work, studying, doing all this. Okay. 1,100 divided by 0.014 divided by 35 is, I need this much margin. I have plenty margin to do the things that I want to do. It's just when I go back to increasing risk. 1655.33. Stop loss at 1678.29. I need to get used to also holding my trades for days and weeks and just being on not checking. Okay. We'll try that. And get back to trying to snipe some of these 6 and 7 Rs too. I like that. Okay, 2% here. Will be this much margin, and I'm going to short 1692 and 1726. Is it wrong to be shorting? We'll have longs and shorts that I like. I don't know. To me, this is starting to look like ranging behavior. We took a major target. Yeah. Okay, we did it. Now, what I want to do is I want to go back and categorize all my trades that I took from, what is this? Yeah, this is sad. This is a real trade that I took that I closed early again, which ran for 10R and would have been a $10,000 win, and 20,000 I'd be out of drawdown already in a week. with this inside long. It ran farther than I thought in a shorter time. And here, so here's my plan. Like, if this happens, we move up to a major level and we stall out. Like, I would take my 10R here, and then now I can finance a larger position to look for more entries. And if I end up missing more legs, it's okay. But at some point, like, price will pull back, but I'll have locked in my profits. So that's how I intend to trade. That's how I intend to trade this. Okay, let's go to the 2017 bottom. I'm gonna pull up the back testing. 2020 bottom. I just want to see, like, what was the best inside ladder. Okay, I kind of need to replay it. Go into the 1 hour. Okay, so what is this first trade? Was a, what would I call this? Well, I'm not even going to tag it because it's a break even, but this looks like a retracement. That's just inside ladder retracement is what that would be. Okay, so we expand off the bottom. That looks like, did I remove my lines? This looks like inside ladder right there. And okay, this is the +9. So we're gonna go to back testing. We're gonna go 2020 BTC bottom. No, 20, yeah. So this 9% is a trade setup. And direction. So this was a inside ladder long. Oops, that's not right. Inside ladder long. Okay, then we have a, what does it look like? There's two identical trades. I guess this one was another inside ladder long, which was +10. Let's close out of this for a minute. Inside ladder long. Hang on, I'm confused here. 12%, 9%. Yeah, they're both inside ladders long. What? Okay, go and look at this. There's a -1 here. What was this long? I don't see a line drawn. What was that? Was that a breakout? I think it's a breakout, even though I think I deleted the line. Yeah, that's definitely a breakout. Oh, but this one is a breakout, and this one hits. And then, yeah, two more winners, right? So both breakouts. No, we had a loser. Well, I'm struggling right now. Okay, inside ladder on both of these. Then we have a breakout. One of them won, one of them lost. Okay. Then we have a inside, that was a inside ladder. Which I don't know why that was the +0. It's like a -1, really. Put it at a +0. Let's put it as -1. Inside ladder. Then we have a these shorts not working. What's this +5 here? Why is there a +5? What is this +5? All these look like losses. What is a +5 here? Why is that saying +5? That doesn't seem right. I'm so confused. This one I marked as a +0. This one was a, why does it say +5? Just seems wrong. I'm gonna change that to a -1. All these look like losers. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. Maybe there was a +5 there that got deleted, but this one just looks like a -1%. So what are these trades? I need to tag all of these. Okay, this one was inside ladder long. Was the first loss. And then we have inside ladder short and sweep into gap short. Okay. And then up here we had a breakout long, and then we had which fails, a sweep into gap long. And this is a breakdown short. Okay. Breakout long, breakout long, sweep into gap long, but we had a +5 on a breakdown short. Just sort of confused on, there's an extra trade. +5 on a breakdown short to this one. Next. -1 on a inside ladder. And we have +4, +5. Okay, -1 on a inside ladder long. It's a lot easier to sit with these losses when you just move on to the next trade so quick. Okay. So, yeah, this one didn't stop out. This one was actually, this one never really filled, did it? This is an inside ladder that never fills. So that's a phantom trade. What? So we do have a +5 though. I think one of these needs to disappear because it didn't happen. I think one of these losses didn't happen. Would it have been better just to hold those early trades to the highs, maybe? I mean, eventually, but the thing is, you never know what's going to happen. And I think it's just good to take profits and re-enter along the way in case the trend ever changes. So we have a 5 was what? What kind of trade is this? This is a breakout. Tag all of these, and that's my goal for the night, and then I'll be done. Okay, and then there's another trade over here, which appears to be another breakout long. This breakout on. Okay, that was an inside ladder short, which was a, looks like a -1. And this was a, must have been a breakout long. So we have a breakout long. And we had a inside ladder short. And we have a, I marked this one as a -1, but I don't know that it makes sense to because it ran 3R. But okay. What is that? We had a breakdown short with the +5. And we had, this one is just a retracement. It's not a proper, we have a breakout long. Which worked. I'm just gonna say this is a 2R. It just doesn't make sense to say, oh, that's a -1 when, wait, I'm confused as fuck right now. I think this didn't get logged properly. Just gonna skip ahead here. Just skip those trades. The 5% is a breakdown short. Breakdown shorts have worked. Okay, we had a, what was this one? This was a sweep in the gap, did not work. We have an inside ladder, did not work. Yeah. It's painful, folks, but you have to love yourself at the same time that you experience this pain. Okay, we have another inside ladder that is a -1, and then we have another breakdown short that works well. Inside ladder on, and then there's these two losses which are appearing that I'm confused at what they are. I think it was these two. I think this +5 was out of order, where I didn't log these, where I had a breakout and a inside ladder. breakout, long, inside ladder, long. Okay. Where are we now? What is this, an inside ladder? No, it was a breakout short. Okay, how did we catch this? That was a sweep in the gap. And this one is the big winner. That is our plus 20. Sweep in the gap, which made all the other sweeping gaps worth it. And then we have our, we had a breakout long as well, which this one right here, which also ran for 15. Breakout long. I want to see if there's one particular setup that underperforms, one that doesn't. Okay, so we have a breakout long, inside ladder long, and poke the gap long. That all failed. Breakout long, inside ladder, and poke the gap long. I need to mark them all as sweep into gap. But then we have this inside ladder, which runs for 23. What is this 3% one? Where's the 3% win? Oh, there was a breakdown short as well. I'm just gonna not mark that. Breakdown short. Breakdown. Breakdown shorts did extremely well, actually. It's looking like sweep into gap along. Okay, then we have a -1 on a breakout that fails, and then we have +10 on a breakout that succeeds. There was also that other loser, which occurred right above here, so let's mark those. We had a breakdown, oh no, sweep in the gap. Long that didn't work, and then we had a breakout. Long that didn't work, and then a breakout. Long that did work. Okay, now we go on a little bit of a winning streak. 4, 3, 7, 3. So the 4 is a breakout. And the 3, this one never fills. The 3 is also a breakout. And the 7 is a poke the gap. Breakout, long. Breakout, long. Sweep in the gap, long. Also have a +3, which is a inside ladder. We have -1 on breakout long and short. So, inside ladder. Breakout long and breakdown short. We'll have breakouts and breakdowns, so that will categorize them for me. Okay, here we have, what is this? I have this +9 marked, but yeah, I mean, the idea is we got in over here right after it happens. with a limit order, which, yeah, might happen. +9 was an inside ladder, which is also, you could call a swing failure pattern. And then we have a +1.56 was a, looks like this is a pullback of some sort. And the reason it's only a +1 is because it makes sense to get stopped out here pretty soon, as we'll see. I'll call it an inside ladder. Any kind of retracement is an inside ladder. Okay. I love myself, and that's why I'm doing this. Okay, we have a +8 on a breakdown short. Went awesome. And then we have +3 on an inside lateral long. Right? Okay, breakdown. I don't know what this -1 is. Come back to that. Breakdown short. Inside ladder long. Then we have a bunch of losses in a row. This is a breakout that fails. And then we have a sweep in the gap. Breakdown, breakout long. We have a sweep in the gap. Long. And then we have here 2 failed breakouts and a failed breakdown. Then we have a failed inside ladder and a failed breakdown. Then we have a breakout for a +3 and a breakout. No, -1. I don't know why this is +3. Breakout long. And this one is a sweep in the gap long. No. Yeah, there it is. Sweep in the gap long, and then inside ladder. Sweep in the gap. -1 somewhere here. I guess this one doesn't run to target. Does it? Guess it doesn't run to target. Yeah. Inside ladder. Okay, so now what I can do is I can sort the data by the trade type. Which can give me something valuable here. Possibly. I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to learn anything important here. So let's start with breakdowns. I didn't take that many of them. Hold on, unfreeze this. You unfreeze. No columns. So I have my delete everything but breakouts right now. But breakdowns, and we'll see. So breakdowns, 4 wins, 3 losses with a 7R. That's pretty good. But that's also what the other ones were. So let's take breakdowns out of the equation and look at just breakouts, of which I traded a lot more. And the breakouts actually had a lower win percentage but a slightly higher RR. So that's interesting that even in a wild bull run, breakdown shorts did quite well. That's fascinating. Delete these. Now let's look at inside ladders. Delete these rows. Oops. Inside ladder was the best one. High win rate. High risk reward. Okay. And okay, something's just wrong here where these are all losses. Wait, rows. Sweeping the gap is by far the worst. Even in backtesting. And it hasn't done, that's what I've been trading. It hasn't been doing well for me in forward testing. So maybe I should just cut that and just trade the inside ladder. Like, does it even have positive expectancy though? 3.7 risk reward with a 30% win rate. This shit stinks. So, really? Was it really that bad? None of the big trades were sweeping the gaps. So inside ladders, breakouts. Maybe I just stopped trading them. Okay, I heard you. So I did learn something valuable here. Wait, no, I need to redo it. Because if I'm looking at the data here, these weren't marked as losses. So hang on. We need to redo this. Data. Sort sheet by A to Z. No. We need to freeze these. Data. Freeze. View. Freeze up to 2 rows. Okay. Data. Sort. Okay. Now we have this logged a little bit more accurately. So let's start with the breakdowns again. Breakdown shorts look good. This one shouldn't be here. It's a loss. Why does the RR look so different? Okay. Well, it has a great win rate. This needs to say breakout. View. Data. Sort sheet by, I'm starting to lose it. Data sort sheet by data. Stop jumping. Okay. Breakdown. Let's pull out all the breakdowns now. Just look at the breakouts. Now that I'm a little bit more accurate. 42% with a 6.5 RR. Still not bad. Okay. We will get the inside ladder. 50% with a 5.4 RR. Not too bad. Sweep into gap. I don't know what these ones are. Sweeping a gap. Wait, hang on. I don't know why it looked worse before, but sweeping the gap's good. I mean, look, a couple of the biggest trades were sweeping the gap, and the win rate was okay. But I guess trading all of them is fine. I want to look at inside a ladder. I only took one sweep in the gap short, and it was a loss. Inside a ladder. Let's look. There were only two, and wait, they're both losses. They're logged incorrectly, I guess. So that's interesting. But I'm interested in trading one right now on ETH. So let's go back to the chart here. Live chart. Okay. I do not like the long that I'm in. I would like it a lot more if my entry looked like this, is what I thought it was. But I'm trying to get in the habit of just sitting through the discomfort. I didn't close up here at a profit or advanced stop to break even, which perhaps I should have done while I was at market. Why would I close at a loss here? It's the most costly error, however. Yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, we'll try the sweep in the gap here. Um, Taking a I guess just let it be a loss. Sit and wait. I could go back and think about this. I don't like there's a gap here, but it's not like a great sweep. Like longing an inside ladder in here would be money, I think. Although at that point I think people might panic and price might go a little bit further than expected. Things just so strong in comparison here. Um, I would have liked if this had gone lower. But yeah, I mean it would be interesting to do like a really tight entry like this, but I don't really want to do it. Yeah, just gonna move on. I guess the most interesting finding is that breakdown shorts worked quite well, even in a vicious uh, bull rally. And but I think part of the takeaway of that is like trying to pick a top in a rally is quite hard, but spotting when a breakdown is could happen is a little bit easier because price doesn't exhaust in the same way, but it might, yeah, it might reverse and puke. Mm, it's uncomfortable being in a loser. I really want to cut out of it, and I really hate where my stop is. It's supposed to be down here, and we're supposed to be at my entry right now. but let me just sit with the discomfort, take this loss. If we hold above and grind up this line, if tomorrow's, say we get price action like this tomorrow, then a breakdown short would become interesting. And a breakout long could become interesting too. We will see. I'm gonna call it a night, move on with my life. Thanks for watching.